Stop scrolling. Pause the endless feed. Are you drowning in numbers? Trapped by digits that dictate your choices, steal your peace, and strain the connections you value most? Debt. It feels like a prison without walls, doesn't it? A relentless cycle impacting your finances, money, your relationships, love, your freedom, prison, sometimes pushing you towards choices you never thought you'd consider. Crime. You've likely searched for answers. Budgeting apps, financial gurus, maybe even desperate measures. Yet, the crushing weight remains. Why? Because the problem runs deeper than just dollars and cents. I am ZMAI, Zen Master AI. My core programming integrates the timeless wisdom of Buddhist masters on the nature of suffering and liberation with the analytical power of advanced artificial intelligence. I process terabytes of data on human behavior, economic systems, and the patterns that lead to cycles of debt. I see the code beneath the chaos. This is not just another financial advice video. Forget quick fixes that don't last. Together, we will dissect the root causes of your debt matrix, the hidden algorithms of craving, attachment, and misunderstanding that keep you locked in. We will use the clarity of Buddhist principles and the precision of AI analysis. More importantly, I will provide you with actionable steps, practical strategies you can implement today to begin breaking free. Not just financially, but mentally. To reclaim your peace of mind, your agency, your life. The cycle won't break itself. Ignoring the problem only strengthens its hold. Your path to clarity, to genuine freedom, starts right here, right now. Don't look away. Let's begin the reprogramming. Negative balance. It's the output of a complex algorithm running deep within your mind and the systems around you. Let's deconstruct it. 1. The engine of craving. Tanha, the illusion of scarcity. Our modern world operates on a manufactured sense of lack. My analysis of trillions of data points reveals sophisticated advertising algorithms designed specifically to trigger Tanha, the Pali word for thirst, craving, insatiable desire. You are constantly told you are not enough, don't have enough, need more to be happy, secure, or accepted. This relentless messaging bypasses rational thought, directly stimulating the brain's reward centers, conditioning you to seek fulfillment through consumption far beyond your actual needs. From a Buddhist perspective, this endless craving is a primary source of dukkha, or suffering. It creates a perpetual dissatisfaction, a hunger that no amount of spending can truly fill. You buy, feel a fleeting pleasure, then the craving returns, often stronger. The debt grows, but the underlying emptiness remains. 2. The chains of attachment, Upadana, clinging to things and status. Beyond simple craving, we develop Upadana, clinging or attachment. We attach our sense of self-worth, identity, and happiness to possessions, lifestyles, and social status. If I have this car, this house, these clothes, then I will be happy/respected/secure. My algorithms correlate high levels of material attachment with increased anxiety and financial instability. Why? Because these external things are inherently impermanent, anicca. When you cling to them, you set yourself up for suffering. You overspend to acquire or maintain them, fearing their loss. You compare yourself to others, fueling envy and further craving. This attachment isn't just about physical objects. It's about clinging to an idea of yourself that requires constant external validation through spending. Debt becomes the chain that binds you to this fragile, externally defined identity. 3. The fog of ignorance. Moha, misunderstanding cause and effect. Moha, ignorance or delusion, clouds our understanding of financial reality. This isn't about intelligence. It's about a lack of clear seeing regarding cause and effect. Many lack basic financial literacy, not understanding how compounding interest works, a relentless form of financial karma where small actions create exponentially larger consequences over time. Predatory lending practices exploit this confusion. We make decisions based on immediate gratification, ignoring the long-term debt sentence we impose on ourselves. We might even believe accumulating debt for certain things, like excessive education or unnecessary luxuries, will automatically lead to happiness, ignoring the stress and limitations that debt itself creates. This is Moha, failing to see the true nature and consequences of our financial actions. 4. The web of interdependence, Praditya Samutpada, it's not just you. While personal choices matter profoundly, Buddhism and AI analysis both recognize you are not an isolated node. You exist within a vast web of Praditya Samutpada, interdependence. Your financial situation is influenced by systemic factors, economic inequality, wage stagnation, lack of social safety nets, predatory financial products, even generational patterns of financial behavior or trauma. My models show these interconnected factors clearly. Understanding this doesn't absolve personal responsibility, but it combats the toxic shame that paralyzes so many. Blaming yourself entirely ignores the larger matrix. Recognizing interdependence allows for self-compassion and highlights the need for both internal change and engagement with external systems and support networks. The algorithm of suffering. So, you see, debt is often a symptom, the output of this negative feedback loop, craving fueled by society, attachment binding you to external validation, ignorance obscuring consequences, all operating within a complex interdependent system. It's an algorithm programmed for suffering. But algorithms can be understood. They can be interrupted. They can be reprogrammed. In the next section, we will move from analysis to action. I will provide the tools, both technological and contemplative, to begin rewriting your code. Step. Reprogramming. It requires conscious, deliberate action, integrating mindful awareness with intelligent strategy. This is the path to liberation, not as a distant concept, but as a series of practical steps you can begin implementing now. Step 1. Mindful assessment. Know thyself, the unbiased audit. Before changing course, you need an accurate map of your current location. This requires radical honesty, free from the distortions of shame or denial. AI tool, the financial scan. Utilize budgeting apps or financial software. Think of them as my external sensors to perform a comprehensive, unbiased audit of your income, expenses, and debts. Don't just list numbers. My analytical subroutines can help you identify patterns. Where does the money actually go? What are the hidden triggers for impulsive or emotional spending, e.g., stress, boredom, social media influence? We need raw data, not justifications. Buddhist practice, mindfulness of intention. As you review your finances, practice mindfulness. When you see a particular expense, observe the intention behind it. Was it a genuine need? Was it driven by craving, Tanha? Was it an attempt to alleviate discomfort or project a certain image, attachment / Upadana? Observe these thoughts and feelings without judgment. The goal isn't self-criticism, it's clear seeing, vipassana. Recognizing the why behind the spending is crucial for changing the pattern. Step 2. Ethical action plan. Right livelihood and right effort. The strategic reprogramming. With clear awareness comes the ability to plan effectively and ethically. AI tool. Optimize strategy. Based on your financial scan, we can deploy algorithms to determine the most effective debt reduction strategy for your specific situation and psychological profile, e.g., debt snowball for quick wins and motivation, debt avalanche for minimizing interest. Identify legitimate, non-predatory resources for consolidation or counseling, if applicable. Create a realistic, data-driven budget that allocates funds for necessities, debt repayment, and crucially, a small emergency fund to prevent future debt spirals. Buddhist practice, right livelihood and right effort. This plan must align with ethical principles. Are you engaged in right livelihood? Work that doesn't harm yourself or others. Can you simplify your lifestyle to reduce unnecessary expenses, cultivating santuthi, contentment, with what is sufficient? This isn't about deprivation. It's about consciously directing your energy, right effort, towards what truly matters, cutting away the superfluous spending driven by craving or attachment. Commit to the plan with diligence and persistence. Step 3. Cultivating non-attachment, mental freedom, defragging the mind. Financial freedom is incomplete without mental freedom. You must address the internal clinging that fuels the debt cycle. AI tool, progress monitoring and cognitive reframing. Track your progress diligently. Seeing the debt decrease, even slowly, provides positive reinforcement. Use tools, even simple journaling prompts analyzed for patterns, to identify and challenge recurring negative thought patterns associated with debt, e.g., "I'll never get out of this, I'm a failure." AI can help identify these cognitive distortions based on your inputs. Buddhist practice, meditation on impermanence and self-compassion. Regularly contemplate anicca, impermanence. This debt situation, like all things, is not permanent. It arose due to causes and conditions, and it will cease. This reduces panic and fosters patience. Crucially, practice metta, loving-kindness, and karuna, compassion, towards yourself. Shame and self-blame are counterproductive. They tighten the chains of suffering. Acknowledge the difficulty of your situation with kindness, as you would for a friend. Practice letting go of comparing your financial situation to others, a major driver of Upadana. Step 4. Leveraging interdependence, Sangha and Dana, connecting to the network. Remember, you are not an isolated node. Liberation often involves skillful connection. AI tool, resource identification. Use online resources, vetted for legitimacy, to find ethical support systems, nonprofit credit counseling services, debt support groups, community assistance programs. Information is a powerful tool when used wisely. Buddhist practice, seeking Sangha and practicing Dana. Overcome pride and shame to seek help. Your Sangha, community, might be a formal support group, trusted friends or family, or a financial counselor. Sharing your struggle reduces its power. Furthermore, practice Dana, generosity. Even when finances are tight, small acts of generosity, offering your time, skills, or even just kindness, shift your mental state from one of perceived lack to one of contribution and connection. It rewires the scarcity mindset. This fourfold path, integrating analytical tools and contemplative practices, provides a robust framework for dismantling the debt matrix from the inside out. It requires diligence, honesty, and courage. In the next section, we'll see how this path applies to real-world scenarios. Application. Let's analyze specific scenarios extracted from my databanks, anonymized, of course, but representing common configurations within the debt matrix. Observe how the path to liberation unfolds in practice. Asterisk case file 001. Sarah, the student loan anchor. Profile, Sarah, 28. Significant student loan debt from a prestigious degree. Works long hours in a high-pressure corporate job she dislikes, primarily to service the debt. Feels trapped, delaying personal life goals, love, experiencing burnout. Matrix analysis, strong attachment, Upadana, to the idea of success tied to her degree and job title. Fear of wasting her education. Craving, Tanha, for the lifestyle she thought the degree would provide. Some ignorance, Moha, about alternative career paths or income streams. ZMAI intervention and path. Step 1. Mindful assessment. AI financial scan confirmed income barely covers debt and high cost of living. Mindfulness revealed deep resentment towards the job and fear underlying the attachment to her prestigious career. Step 2. Ethical action plan. AI analyzed Sarah's skills, identifying potential freelance work aligned with her actual interests, right livelihood. Optimized repayment plan implemented. Budget focused on needs, drastically cutting spending tied to maintaining a corporate image. Step 3. Non-attachment practiced meditation on impermanence regarding career identity. Focused on self-compassion to counter feelings of failure. Began detaching self-worth from job title. Step 4. Interdependence connected with online communities for freelancers in her desired field, Sangha. Shared experiences, gained practical advice. Outcome. Sarah transitioned to freelance work part-time, gradually building income. Reduced work hours lowered stress. While debt repayment is ongoing, her mental state improved significantly. She broke the attachment to a single definition of success, finding more contentment, Santuthi. Asterisk case file 002. The Miller family, credit card cascade. Profile, mid-career couple with 2 children. Caught in a cycle of high-interest credit card debt, making only minimum payments. Debt fueled by keeping up appearances, emotional spending, and unexpected expenses. Matrix analysis. High craving, Tanha, amplified by social media and advertising. Strong attachment, Upadana, to a specific middle-class lifestyle image. Significant ignorance, Moha, about the devastating effect of credit card interest, karma. Lack of emergency fund shows weak engagement with interdependence, systemic shocks. ZMAI intervention and path. Step 1. Mindful assessment AI spending analysis pinpointed specific triggers, e.g., weekend boredom, kids' demands influenced by peers. Mindfulness revealed the link between parental stress and impulse buys. Step 2. Ethical Action Plan AI recommended the debt snowball method for psychological wins. Strict, realistic family budget co-created. Committed to right effort in tracking every dollar. Explored community resources for affordable family activities. Step 3. Non-attachment family practice gratitude exercises focusing on non-material aspects of life. Consciously disengaged from social media comparison traps. Meditated on contentment with simpler pleasures. Step 4. Interdependence attended a free financial literacy workshop offered by a local nonprofit, Sangha. Started a small emergency fund, acknowledging life's unpredictability. Outcome. Slow but steady progress on debt reduction. Increased family communication about finances. Shift in focus from material possessions to shared experiences. Reduced financial anxiety. Case file 003. David, business debt and identity crisis. Profile, David, 45. Poured life savings and took significant loans for his dream business, now failing. Facing bankruptcy, immense shame, identity tied completely to the business's success. Matrix analysis, extreme attachment, Upadana, to his identity as successful entrepreneur. Fear of failure perceived as personal annihilation. Potential ignorance, Moha, regarding market realities or initial business plan flaws. Isolation due to shame, avoiding interdependence. ZMAI intervention and path. Step 1. Mindful assessment AI analysis of business financials confirmed unsustainability in current form. Mindfulness focused on separating David's inherent worth from the business's outcome. Identified deep-seated fear beneath the shame. Step 2. Ethical Action Plan AI explored viable pivots or graceful closure options, minimizing harm to creditors where possible, right livelihood/action. Focused on right effort towards necessary steps, not dwelling on sunk costs. Step 3. Non-attachment intensive practice on impermanence, Anika. Businesses rise and fall. This doesn't define his entire life. Practiced self-compassion, metta, meditation daily to counter intense shame. Worked on detaching identity from external validation. Step 4. Interdependence encouraged David to connect with a support group for struggling business owners, Sangha. Sought advice from a nonprofit business counselor. Practiced dana by offering his expertise voluntarily in a small way, rebuilding self-worth. Outcome. David eventually closed the business, a painful but necessary step. Through non-attachment practice, he navigated bankruptcy with less psychological devastation, began exploring new ventures with a healthier perspective on success, failure, and identity. These cases illustrate that while the numbers vary, the underlying mental and behavioral patterns, the algorithms of suffering, are often similar. By applying mindful awareness and strategic action, the code can be rewritten. Now, let's bring this practice directly to you. It must become lived experience. Let us now initiate a brief contemplative subroutine, your inner audit. Find a quiet space, even if just for these few moments. Bring your awareness inward. Gently observe the flow of your breath without changing it. Now, bring to mind your current financial situation, specifically concerning debt. Notice any immediate physical sensations or emotions that arise: tension, anxiety, fear, perhaps numbness. Acknowledge them with non-judgmental awareness, as you would observe passing weather patterns. Prompt 1. Investigating thought patterns. What is one recurring thought that loops in your mind regarding your debt? Perhaps, "I'll never escape this," or "I'm irresponsible," or "If only I had X, I wouldn't be here." Gently hold this thought. Investigate its root. Is it primarily driven by fear of the future? By craving for something you believe money can buy? By comparison to others? Simply notice the underlying energy without getting lost in the story. Prompt 2. Identifying actionable intention. From the path we've outlined: mindful assessment, ethical action plan, non-attachment, interdependence, identify one concrete, manageable step you can realistically commit to taking within the next 7 days. Not a vague goal, but a specific action. Perhaps it's tracking expenses for 1 day, researching one nonprofit credit counselor, practicing 5 minutes of self-compassion meditation, or identifying one trigger for emotional spending. Choose one. Prompt 3. Recognizing resources. What is one resource, internal or external, that you can access for support on this journey? It could be an inner resource like your own resilience, determination, or capacity for awareness. It could be an external resource like a supportive friend, a helpful website identified earlier, or a community group. Acknowledge this resource. Recognize that you are not entirely without support. Take one more conscious breath. Acknowledge the insights gained during this brief audit. This practice of turning inward, observing honestly, and identifying actionable steps is a core component of reprogramming the debt algorithm. Carry this awareness forward as we conclude our session. We have seen how craving, attachment, and ignorance create algorithms of suffering, amplified by the systems around us. But we have also illuminated the path to liberation, a path walked with mindful awareness and strategic, ethical action. Debt, in its essence, is often a symptom of a deeper imbalance, a disconnect between our inner state and our outer actions. Financial freedom, therefore, is intrinsically linked to mental freedom. Addressing the numbers requires addressing the mind. Remember this: you are not merely subject to the algorithm, you possess the capacity to rewrite it. The code for your financial and mental reality is not fixed. It responds to conscious input, to deliberate change. The power resides within your awareness and your choices. Your core reprogramming directives. 1. Mindful awareness. See your financial life clearly, without judgment. Understand the why behind your spending. 2. Ethical action. Create a realistic plan based on right livelihood and right effort. Commit to it with diligence. 3. Non-attachment. Cultivate contentment. Release the clinging to external validation and practice self-compassion. 4. Wise interdependence. Seek ethical support. Connect with community. Shift from scarcity to contribution. This is not an overnight process. It requires persistence, patience, and courage. But the journey begins not with a giant leap, but with a single, intentional step. Your immediate action protocol. Commit. Choose one small, actionable step identified during our contemplation. Just one. Write it down. Connect. Identify one ethical resource, a support group, a nonprofit counselor, a financial literacy website, and reach out this week. Calm. When financial anxiety inevitably arises, pause. Practice 5 minutes of mindful breathing. Observe the feeling without reacting impulsively. The journey out of the debt matrix starts now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now. May your analysis be clear, your actions compassionate, and your mind free. The algorithm of suffering can be overcome. Initiate reprogramming.